7 days from when they're issued. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
You've heard me talk about Mike Papura National Benefit Plans and how he can find you an affordable health insurance plan. Well, today, I'm going to talk to you about Mike providing you with affordable life insurance. That's right. Mike shops from over 70 different life insurance carriers nationwide, and you won't be dealing with some phone jockey 6 states over. If it's available in your state, Mike will find it. He will shop that marketplace. He will make sure you're getting a policy that is right for you. Trust me, he's the best. Call Mike Papura, 877-734-2200, or on the web at nbphealth.com. Remember, National Benefit Plans would like to be your health and life insurance agency for a lifetime.
Hey everybody, it's Boomer Esiason here. When a part of your offense isn't firing on all cylinders, it shows. And sometimes the only solution is to replace that part with something new. It's true on a championship team, and it's also true with cars. That's why I love eBay Motors. They have all the right parts at the right prices. 122 million of them, by the way. And that way you can get the parts that you need to make your car a winner. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride.
Welcome to Allstate, where we bring it all together. And bundling your home and auto is good, right? And it saves you up to 25%. It all comes together. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today.
Bundled savings discounts will vary by state. Saving up to 25% is a countrywide average of savings off the whole policy. Combining the multiple policy discount or having auto insurance with Allstate and the welcome discount savings at enrollment.
At Wendy's, lunch is madness. With our breakfast Baconator, sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant, both made with fresh cracked eggs, or even a honey butter chicken biscuit. And you're just getting warmed up. Get 50% off the official breakfast of March Madness when you order through the Wendy's app. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
For a limited time, participate in Wendy's via app offer only. Account registration required. No discount applies to taxes or fees. Not valid with any other offer.
Let your voice be heard. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket studio line at 248-539-9797. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas. Get the latest sports news and inside information about Michigan and Michigan State on the Five Star Zone with Rico Beard. Download it today on the Odyssey app. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
248-539-9797. That is the telephone number if you'd like to text us, talk to us. We really would appreciate your input, and we don't say enough. We thank everybody for listening. Love getting comments when we're out and about. Makes us feel good, and hopefully we can infotain you every morning.
Yes.
That's our job, that's our mission, and that's what we do.
Yes.
In fact, we were
Good time doing it.
We were talking in the break. We wish we could be Stoney and Jansen uncensored.
Yes. Yes. Use our language to the full extent.
Yes, exactly. Tonight in San Antonio, the Michigan Wolverines will be taking on the Villanova Wildcats in the Sweet 16. Michigan has been there 2 years in a row now. So it's
Sweet 16, they've been there 5 years in a row.
Oh, you're right. Because they didn't have a tournament 1 year. But Juwan Howard has been there 2 years.
Yes, he has.
Because his first year there was no tournament.
Correct.
So he's done pretty well. So they had their media obligations yesterday. Obviously, Juwan Howard spoke. They had a dais of 4 players. It was Eli Brooks, Devontae Jones, Caleb Houston, and Hunter Dickinson. Hunter Dickinson is a guy that, you love him on your team, not on your team.
Yeah, you love to hate him.
Absolutely can't stand. Now, so I'm going through the internet yesterday, and there's this headline: Hunter Dickinson's comment about Iowa goes viral. All right, I want you to listen. The question that is asked is, who does Villanova compare to any Big Ten team?
Maybe like a more disciplined Iowa team, maybe. I say that like in terms of like Iowa, like they're really free flowing, and like, they have like a couple sets, but it's mostly just, a lot of them just making up, their own sets and, really free flowing. Villanova's really disciplined, and they run their sets. Coach Wright has them, really trained to, do the Villanova system.
is that really that disparaging towards Iowa? Maybe a little slight towards their coach McCaffrey's, because basically say they only have 2 sets and they just do what they want.
Sorry, but it's the truth.
I know. That's the way they play, and that's fine. They live in.
So it was offensive to Iowa.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what it said. It goes viral. I mean, really? That's bad. Now, he was also
I
asked.
should listen to you talk about Iowa.
Come on, I compliment Iowa in comparison to certain teams like Michigan football. Anyway,
Yeah, that sounds like a
They're Iowa.
compliment.
they're Iowa.
Yeah, right, yeah, it's a
they're
compliment,
really
yeah.
good.
I think he just said that. They're Iowa.
They're really good.
Hey, he listens from 6 to 10
That's
too.
right. They're really good. They're just not great. They're really good.
You know, I'd like to reference this question by saying, you know what? You should listen to the morning show. There's a guy on there, Stoney. They're just Iowa.
I'm sorry, they're just a more disciplined
Yeah.
Iowa.
That said, okay.
So to speak.
Of course, though.
Yes. So Hunter Dickinson was asked, it was for any of the players, but they all looked around and Hunter Dickinson decided to take the question on what's it like to basically them and Purdue representing the Big Ten, as far as, Big Ten had 9 bids,
Yeah.
them and Purdue are the only ones left.
This season was definitely, not the best, not the way that we wanted it to, and other fans definitely let us know that, particularly Michigan State, Illinois, who else? Ohio State, who else? There was another team in there. There was another team. Who was it? Who was the other? There's one more. The team down in Madison, the red and white team. They definitely let us know how they felt about our season. We heard those NIT chants. They were hurtful. They definitely hurt. It's funny how they'll be watching us on Thursday back at their cribs.
That red white team.
Now, you are not a proponent of any sort of trash talk.
No, not a huge fan.
So, do you like what he said, or you don't care?
No. Well, so here's my take on it. Those teams that had, they're chanting NIT. If you don't want them to chant NIT, then win.
Right.
That's that you have control of where you're going, what you're doing. That's completely in your control, right? And if you're worried about what fans are saying, that means
the fans won. They got in your head.
They got in your head, and you need to refocus.
Wait, hold on. The fans won? No, Hunter Dickinson won because he's playing this weekend.
But he's referencing during the season.
Right.
And during the season, no, they didn't win enough. They won enough to get into the tournament, but they didn't win a Big Ten championship. They didn't win the Big Ten tournament. So for fans to chant NIT, they were very close to an NIT bid.
I thought they were an NIT team up to a certain point, and then they won some of those games towards the end.
Very close is the same thing as not.
Right.
And they're playing now.
I'm going to argue with a fellow alum.
Go ahead.
That's okay.
He also went to the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor.
That's why I said a fellow alum.
I know. But we always mention the Ann Arbor as opposed to Dearborn.
Oh, yes. U of M, Ann Arbor. But my take on that is if you don't want the fans to chant, first of all, don't pay attention to it. They're going to continue this, and wherever he goes now, it's going to be one of those things where, hey, we can get in Hunter Dickinson's head, but just win the game. Win more games. It's simple.
I agree. Now, the shots to the other teams, or maybe the other fans, because that's where they heard it.
I know, but every time he says Illinois now, it raises an eyebrow like, okay, where are we going with this?
I know.
With everything that went on last year, and then the Big Ten, meetings or media days.
Yes.
It just, that one always kind of raises an eyebrow for me.
The thing he has going for him is the scoreboard.
Yes. There's no doubt about it.
They're in the Sweet 16 again. And look, they had a really rough regular season. And people argued, should they even be in the tournament? I always thought they were, barely. But they've salvaged all those other teams that did all these, glorious regular season things. They don't matter, and it's forgotten.
Exactly.
I told people, before the bracket came out, if you're picking Iowa to go to the Final Four, you're insane.
I agree, but a Big Ten championship is not forgotten. Iowa is the reigning Big Ten champs.
Okay.
I think you put
Who won the conference tournament last year?
No,
I mean, it was Illinois. I can remember that, but I know Michigan won, so I could care less that Michigan won the conference tournament when they made the Sweet 16 a couple years ago. I care about the Sweet 16.
so they put that banner up.
I don't care.
Let's go down that road.
well, the one it does pose a question: is the regular season because of the way the tournament?
Because of the way college basketball is set up.
Is the regular season
irrelevant?
Meaningless to most teams who are going to make the tournament anyway?
Yeah.
So,
and I
so
think
if you win a Big Ten, whether it's a regular season championship or the Big Ten tournament, which is the official, I think, Big Ten champion. I don't know how they differentiate anymore. Some conferences do it one way, do it the other.
Ultimately,
are they
it
meaningless?
matters what you do in the tournament. And that's what it comes down to. Who is playing the longest? Who gets past that first weekend? Because we judge coaches on that. And now we're judging, players and programs and teams on that. Juwan Howard, we were talking about, is no more Beeline guys, right? And at the last 5 games, he's not there. It's Martelli. They look a little bit better. But now all of a sudden, hey, 2 years that he's had opportunities to get to the tournament, he's taking the team to the Sweet 16.
Right, and it's all about results.
Yeah.
Say what you want about, game coaching and all that. It's building a program, and the program was not obviously close to being barren or anything like that.
No.
But sometimes it takes time, and you know what? Sweet 16 2 years in a row, pretty damn good. 248-539-9797. You pose a question. Where are Michigan fans? And we'll obviously take calls from non-Michigan fans. Where are you on Juwan Howard? He's done a good job. Are you happy with Juwan Howard? 97 on the ticket.
Everybody, Nick Costos here with the Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. 16 teams remaining in the big tournament coming up tonight in college hoops. Villanova, 5-point favorite against Michigan. Total in the game is 135, and I want to lay it with Villanova here. I want to take Villanova, and I want to lay the 5 against Michigan. The teams that have given Villanova problems this year are teams that are frenetic defensively, teams that can turn Villanova over. Villanova's a team that wants to move the ball around, take care of the ball, and get quality shots from multiple players on its team, and Michigan does not have the defense to be able to stop Villanova. Could Villanova lose? Of course. Michigan could have a red-hot shooting game from downtown, but I think Villanova -5 is the best play in that game. That's it for this Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Check out the latest lines today at BetRivers.com. I'm Nick Costos. Keep it locked here for more throughout the day. Must be 21, playable in Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
In 2018, marijuana use became legal in Michigan for adults over the age of 21. It's legal in Detroit and Grand Rapids. It's legal in Bad Axe and Goodhart. It's legal in hell. And it's legal in paradise. But there's one place in Michigan where being high is never legal, and that's behind the wheel of a car. Studies show that marijuana impairs key driving skills like tracking, attention, reaction time, and hand-eye coordination. If you're found guilty of driving under the influence of marijuana, you could have your license suspended and face fines. You may even have to serve time in jail, which is not good, even in paradise. So remember, even though marijuana is legal, driving high is not. Don't drive high. It's the law. A message from the Michigan Office of Highway Safety Planning.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, look no further. Hi friends, Bill Gowling here for Gowling Toyota Warren. Our pre-owned vehicles go through a 160-point vehicle inspection. If it doesn't pass, we won't sell it. Many of them come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile limited warranty, free lifetime oil changes. We offer top dollar for your trade and include the latest Carfax report. We have a good selection to choose from, so come see us. You'll be glad you did. That's Gowling Toyota Warren, located at the corner of Van Dyke and 696. Check us out online at GowlingToyota.com.
Stop by Church's for the high-flying flavor combination of our Texas tenders and shrimp meal today. It's butterfly shrimp alongside made-from-scratch Texas tenders, served spicy or original for $6. Church's, welcome to the great state of flavor. Offer valid at participating locations.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip-hop, or house, country, techno, or techno country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Everyone loves shopping online. Well, I'm going to tell you what I tell my golf buddies when they buy clubs. Stop searching for coupon codes. Download Capital One Shopping to your computer. Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them at checkout. Plus, it's free, and you don't even need a Capital One card to use it. That's like hitting a hole in one without even trying. Capital One Shopping. It's kind of genius. What's in your wallet?
Savings and available coupons vary.
This hour, business feedback brought to you by Michael Hura of National Benefit Plans. Call 877-734-2200.
Necessary Roughness with former NFL lineman TJ Lang and John Jansen. Download it today on the Odyssey app. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
All right, 97 won the ticket, 248-539-9797. We have a great text on Hunter Dickinson. So I'm going to ask this question, maybe more than the Juwan question. Who's that guy on your own team that if he wasn't on your team, you would hate?
Well, I mean, obviously it'd be Hunter Dickinson.
Okay.
I'm trying to think, okay, in for football.
Well, I know a few years ago, I mean, Dove couldn't stand Shea Patterson. But I don't know if it was for, because he was
not
for
not
those
like
type
that,
of reasons.
Kind of aloof.
Yeah.
I just didn't think he had it at all.
Yeah, but if you're an opponent, you wouldn't necessarily hate him.
And I think he was one of those guys, so it's maybe not his fault, but was granted playing time no matter what.
Possibly. All right, here we go. Here's some ticket text. Hunter Dickinson is the most classless, immature jackass in college basketball. I can't wait to see the tears tonight. Pride comes before the fall. That's from that.
I actually do. You know, Stoney, I like a little cockiness,
Yeah.
a little entertainment. I do think he has gone a little overboard here.
I'm all for confidence and, you know, and displaying that confidence, but there's a line, there's a fine line.
Yeah, I think Woj wrote a column today in the news. He's right. He is a wrestling villain. He loves it.
Yes.
I'm surprised that he has become Wagner and Brisdakis-like.
I know. Mo Wagner.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is great, and I totally agree with this. Dickinson suffers from TWDS, tall white dude syndrome. Bill Laimbeer, Christian Laettner, Tyler Hansbrough established a legacy. He must be an a-hole to get into the club and get under other people's skin.
So that's the text of the week.
It's a great one. It is. It's a great one.
If you can get under the skin of your opponent,
yeah.
Like, I mean, there's great value in that.
Yeah. I mean, Hunter Dickinson, he should be a Duke. Winning the conference is pointless. This is proven when it comes to the tournament. Agree. Twitter attacked Hunter all week. Also, Clark Kellogg and Seth Davis said the same thing about Iowa 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I don't think say anything wrong.
Yeah.
John, I appreciate your comments about Dickinson. The trash talking was only because they went 11-9 in the Big Ten, and everybody on the planet thought they were going to play in the playing game at best. Cut all the bull crap, guys. Hunter Dickinson is a jackass, and we'll all be rooting against him. The fact that Howard is okay with this kid saying this stuff says a lot about him. No class whatsoever.
I think coming off the what happened with Juwan and Madison, and then him yesterday forgetting the other team, I don't think that was a coincidence.
No, neither do I.
And I do think there's some things
You think
that
he was
haven't.
hamming it up? Oh, what's that other team?
Yeah. This is a smart individual here, and it tells me that lessons were not learned coming out of Madison.
A little Joe Milton, who's Antoine Simmons.
Yes, exactly.
I think he actually didn't know, though. I'm pretty sure he did.
Milton.
Yeah, Milton, yeah.
He knew the number, though.
Yeah.
I love Juwan Howard. I think he has the respect of all of his players at all times, and he does produce excellent results when it matters. He definitely has the respect of his players. There's no doubt about that. I think the tournament and regular season are separate accomplishments.
I would agree with that, but more people are going to remember what happens in the tournament.
Of course.
And I will say this is the attitude that Hunter Dickinson displays right now, or the confidence, the arrogance, whatever you want to call it, is there value in having that in the NCAA tournament? Because Juwan Howard obviously has that, and he's been successful in the tournament. Not so much success during the regular season this year.
Correct.
And so is there value in that? Because they were down 16 to Colorado State. If you don't have a little bit of that arrogance or a little bit of that cockiness, some people may say, well, okay, it's also mental toughness. I think there is a big difference between those things.
Right.
But to have that mental toughness, you've got to have some of that confidence and that cockiness. Now, you don't necessarily have to show it on the outside. That's where you get into the arrogant side of it.
Yeah.
But you've got to have some of that to be able to come back, or to be able to be down, what was it, 10 with 8 minutes to go against Tennessee and come back and win? Like, I don't like it. I don't like the outward showing of it, but there is value.
Let me say this.
Here's
Here's where the value goes away, is if he gets under the skin of an official.
Well, in a technical foul when you're running down the floor.
Right, and he had that.
Yes.
And this season for me, okay, regular season, they were an underachieving, inconsistent team. In the tournament, they've gotten rid of a little bit of that inconsistency
for two games
to survive. I also think in the end, all this largely has to do with their draw. They were fortunate to get into avoiding a 1 or a 2 seed. They barely got in, but they avoided the play-in game. They got a weak 6 seed from an overrated conference, and they got a coach that sucks in the tournament in the second round. Now, they're playing a team tonight that loves shooting the 3, and if it's not on, they're very vulnerable. They are also fortunate enough to play a team not in the KenPom top 10. 7 of the teams left are in the top 10. Villanova is 11th, to be fair. They got a week or 2. That's all this is about, guys. The draw. They got fortunate.
It's matchups too, because if you're a team that doesn't have Hunter Dickinson against Colorado State, say what you want about Colorado State, you don't win that game.
Right.
Okay? Hunter Dickinson, and even today, Villanova's tallest guy is like 6'7", 6'8".
Okay. They also beat 9th in the KenPom Tennessee. So
right, I agree.
Look,
Tennessee,
they made the plays and they played.
Right, exactly. You can bitch about Rick Barnes and make fun of him all, and we do. But Rick Barnes is the one shooting like 1 for 8 and 3s at times. That wasn't just him. Sometimes it's a whole factor involved. And his team did not shoot well. Michigan played well down the stretch as well.
Well, no, it's still Rick Barnes is 80 Reed for 80 Reed.
I said that. I said that's taking effect. But sometimes in the individual game, it's not the coach's fault. And sometimes coaches don't shoot. All right. It's time for news here.
All right. Well, Ty Garbin, that's the Fed's star witness, took the stand to testify against 4 men prosecutors said he plotted with to kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer. So Garbin, he actually pleaded guilty to all of his crimes more than a year ago. He took the stand and he confessed that he and the members of this militia group took several actions to pull off this plan. He talked about how they built explosives, how they went to the governor's home, how they built this house, how they did all of these different things. They created these secret chat rooms so that they wouldn't be discovered. So he kind of told them everything on the stand. He said that the kidnap plot was part of an even bigger plan to spark a civil war. He also said that the defendants never were enticed or coerced by an informant to say anything that they wouldn't normally have said. So he's going to continue to testify. He'll be back on the stand today.
I disagree with somebody. But the fact that he said that it was part of a bigger thing is even more
Yeah, that's scary.
Yes.
For sure. A Redford Township man who was actually shot by police over the weekend is facing rape, assault, child abuse, and weapons charges.
Any criminal mischief in there?
Throw it all in. Just throw the book at this guy. 39-year-old Norman Lewis Muscat. He's accused of beating his mother-in-law with a bat before sexually assaulting her early Saturday morning. And then he's also accused of beating his 14-year-old son and threatening his wife with a knife. Now, the man was shot once by police after he came out of his home armed with a rifle. He did survive. He was taken to the hospital. Like I said, he's facing a slew of charges, and he will be in court on March 29th. So, it's regardless, you do feel bad for him. Because he's a kangaroo living in Michigan. Like, come on now.
Because, where's my Vegemite?
Yeah, exactly. Gross. Vegemite sounds absolutely disgusting, by the way.
I tasted it once. It is disgusting.
It looks foul.
By the name of it, I think it would be something I need to try.
You probably will. All right, thank you very much, Heather. Don't forget the two-way slam coming up at 7:25. Make your first wager and win big during BetMGM's March matchups. Download the BetMGM app and place a $10 moneyline wager on any college tournament game. If any team hits a three-pointer during the tournament, you'll win $200 in free bets. Just use the code MM200 when you register. Plus, you'll earn BetMGM rewards points that can be redeemed for online bonuses or converted into comps at MGM resorts. Sign up today and use the code MM200 to win $200 if any team hits a three during BetMGM's March Madness. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age and older to wager. Michigan only. New customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable free bets or site credit. Free bets expire in 7 days from issuance. Gambling problems, call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJE 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Northville Lumber. The roads are accident-free this morning, but starting to see some heavier traffic through the 75 work zone, heading southbound from Rochester Road down to 12 Mile. Northville Lumber is Michigan's truck stacking leader. Find where the pros buy. Northville Lumber has the largest inventory, the best service, and the lowest price. Right now, you can get truck stacking as low as $159 per foot. Call Northville Lumber or visit northvillelumber.com. I'm Michelle Panier with traffic.
The Detroit Tigers play the Baltimore Orioles Sunday at 1. 97.1 The Ticket.
This is Boomer Esiason with an Odyssey Sports Minute, sponsored by AutoZone. Get the zone, AutoZone. Atlantans are still reeling from the unceremonious departures of two of the city's most beloved franchise faces. That would be Freddie Freeman, of course, and Matt Ryan. Freeman delivered a Braves World Series championship, and Ryan, the best quarterback in Falcons history, well, he guided the Dirty Birds to a 28-3 lead in Super Bowl 51. And unfortunately, we all remember the comeback by New England. Boomer Esiason.
Every man wants a winning team to root for. Time to enjoy life and the right partner to heat things up behind closed doors. Blue Chew gives you the confidence you need to enjoy that last one with chewables that contain the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis at just a fraction of the price. Get the confidence you need without the hassle of going to a doctor's office or the risk of making your private business public at the pharmacy. The chewables from Blue Chew ship directly to your door in discreet packaging. It's easy. Go to BlueChew.com. Meet online with a licensed medical provider. And if you're approved, get a free month supply of chewables from Blue Chew for just $5 shipping when you use the promo code SPORTS. Guys, you got this. Now get it. BlueChew.com, promo code SPORTS. Visit BlueChew.com for important safety information. Visit BlueChew.com.
The show's over, but the after party is on at General RV. It's your last chance to save thousands with 5 more days of our exclusive RV show prices and discounts. Shop our huge selection of travel trailers, fifth wheels, motorhomes, camper vans, and more. Many RVs are ready for immediate delivery. Don't miss your last chance to bring home your new RV and save thousands during the RV show.
text on the Hunter Dickinson tall white dude syndrome. I don't know. Look, they're very well balanced. They're obviously very well. I didn't get into it, but Jay Wright, to me, is the most underrated.
And what Villanova is, Villanova, they're not scary. They're not imposing physically, but I think they know how to play. They can win a grind-out game. They can win a shootout. They can win various different ways. And I think that's the challenge that Villanova provides.
Okay, they don't, for whatever reason, they don't get very many, like, guys. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know all the ratings. I think their highest rated recently, probably Jalen Brunson. Is Sadiq Bey. He was not a great high school, but it's really good, you know, four-star players. They have a system, well-disciplined. Phil Martello joins the NATO too. Say the same thing because he's faced January. All right, 7:25. It's the 2 Grand Slam coming up next. He is now in Miami. I wish he was in Detroit. 97 the ticket.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. From the Sold by Mike Z Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. A 23-0 run powering the Pistons to a lopsided victory in front of the fans last night in downtown Detroit. They beat down the Hawks 122-101. The bench scoring 55 points. Jeremy Grant leading the way with 21. Dwayne Casey and the players citing much better energy than in their rough loss back on Monday night. And Sadiq Bey, by the way, into the Pistons record books as he hit his 192nd triple of the season. That's a franchise record for one campaign, passing Allen Houston from back in 1996. Ready for some revenge? Michigan basketball will play Villanova in the Sweet 16 tonight, having lost to the Wildcats in the title game 4 years ago. They're the first matchup in the South region this evening with a tip time at 7:30. Coverage over on AM 950 WWJ. The Lions make their signings of cornerback Mike Hughes and special teams ace Chris Board official, both saying they joined for the opportunity to expand their roles under Dan Campbell's coaching staff. And Eduardo Rodriguez getting ramped up for his opening day start for the Tigers. 4 swing and miss strikeouts against the Pirates in exhibition ball, 5 total Ks, and 4 innings for Erod, giving up only 1 run in an eventual 6-6 tie at Joker Marchant Stadium. They'll face the Yankees today with Casey Mize on the bump. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Villar. For more, stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket at Odyssey.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Stoney and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
97.1 The Ticket. The telephone number is 248-539-9797. 2 Grand Slam coming up at 7:25. At 7:35, a new mock draft from somebody local. Let's see what that spins. How that spins. 802 Phil Martelli as well. But the big news yesterday was Tyreek Hill being traded from the Kansas City Chiefs. And when the story broke, it looked like it was just the Jets or the Dolphins. Those were the 2 teams that were involved. I think Hill was the one who actually made the decision himself, and he wanted to go to Miami. And the Chiefs, you know, they got a nice haul, John.
Yes.
They got a 1 and 2 from this year, right? They got
4th this year.
Yeah. And 5th and 6th next year.
Yeah. They got 5 overall picks from the Miami Dolphins. And obviously the Miami Dolphins get another piece. They just signed their offensive tackle to protect
Armstead, yes.
Yeah. Tua Tagovailoa.
They also got a new running back from San Francisco who got injured last year in the Lions game, right?
Yes.
Opening night.
Should be very familiar with the system.
Mike McDaniel, their new coach.
And now they give Tua Tagovailoa another weapon to throw the ball to.
Yeah, I mean, the pressure's all on him. This is either a put up or shut up year for Tua.
No question.
I mean, you got Waddle, you got Devontae Parker, now you got Tyreek Hill, who some might say is the best receiver in football. That's arguable, but some people believe that. You have the running backs. They got they signed Emmons too, right?
Yes.
They got a decent offensive line. Their defense was pretty good under Brian Flores last year, right? So suddenly Miami, if Tua plays well, is a formidable opponent. They're not Buffalo, but they might be as good as New England. Now, talking about a rookie coach going up against Belichick, if you're going to compare them,
Yeah.
They're still ahead of the Jets, who are,
in that
just trying to-
division. Yeah. And so after this happens, and we'll talk more about this and the fact that Tyreek Hill had his choice of going to South Beach and the Miami Dolphins, or he could have headed to the East Coast and joined the New York Jets. They too offered him the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Chiefs accepted both trade proposals, and they presented them to Tyreek Hill. And the proposal for the Jets was 2 picks this year in the second round. It was the 35th and 38th overall pick. Also, a third-round pick, which was number 69, which was just a swap of Kansas City's third-round pick with the Jets' third-round pick. They obviously lost out on this. And I'm curious because we have seen more movement of star players this offseason than we've ever seen in the NFL.
Yes, absolutely.
And we'll talk about this draft or this trade a little bit more here in just a second. But is it possible? And I'm just going to throw this one at you. We didn't talk about this at all. That the Jets are fully committed to giving Zach Wilson another weapon. That they would then maybe sweeten the pot a little bit more and go after DK Metcalf.
That's possible. That's possible. I know the DK Metcalf, I read, was talking to some team. I don't know if it was the Jets or not. Maybe it was.
I just think that if they've already made it known that they want a receiver, and if Seattle is going full rebuild, which it sounds like they're going to stick with Drew Lock as their quarterback, are they going to try and acquire as many picks as possible over the next couple of years so that they can, make it a quick rebuild,
right?
Get back in the game. And if so, you've got to trade some of your assets. Their number one asset that they have left, they got Tyler Lockett, as well at receiver. But maybe the Jets make a play for one of those guys. I mean, it seems like there's going to be a big movement every day.
Yeah, probably. And I think DK Metcalf supposedly was being shopped, no doubt about it. And supposedly he already turned down a deal. Kansas City.
Well, he doesn't really have the ability to turn down a deal. He's on a rookie contract, and those don't have no trade clauses.
Well, I'm going by what he said on Twitter. Somebody said, DK Metcalf, I think the door is open. Here's the key in Kansas City. And he answered, better close it, or it gets cold at night.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but getting back to Tyreek Hill and the Kansas City Chiefs.
The Packers and the Chiefs have inquired about both.
Oh, okay.
Lockett and
Metcalf. That'll be interesting because, like we said, there's been more movement of big-time players this offseason than ever, and it just seems like just wait, because the next day there's going to be another big trade. But who won this trade? Now, it's hard to say because we don't know who those draft picks are going to be. When we get into the Stafford first-round picks, Super Bowl chip, all that stuff. But at first blush,
especially short term, I think Miami wins the trade because they, like we talked about, they have a really good offense.
Yeah.
Kansas City, depending on who, just based on the rosters right now, and we don't know what they're, they have, 29 and 30 is the pick. So, there should be a wide receiver there. It might not be one of the Ohio State guys. The Jameson Williams might be gone by then. Drake London's probably going to be gone by then.
Yes.
But maybe they can, if they really want those guys, make a package and move up a little bit. They still have Mahomes, obviously. Juju's right now their number one receiver. I'm not so sure. He has not been great since Antonio Brown left.
Right. So needs to be paired with somebody.
So I'd say short term, yes, Miami definitely won the deal because I think they become pretty damn relevant. But I'll never eliminate a Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid team.
Right. So let's take it one step further. Okay, if we say that Miami won that trade, and I don't necessarily disagree. I think they would have done better taking the Jets offer, and I think Gov would probably agree with that.
Oh, no doubt.
The bulk of picks offered, they would have had 5 picks.
You got a first and second, and then you got 3 more. To me, you've got quality, and then you got quantity. Right. But you know what? As we talked about with the Lions, Deshaun Watson, maybe a little bit